Lal Street. Shares of Avenue Supermarts, the retail chain D-Mart for those living in Maharashtra, that's a known name, had a dream debut today on the bourses as its shares surged over 100% on listing on the Bombay Stock Exchange, a first by any retailer.
Well, the appetite for D-Mart was so solid and it was so resurgent that D-Mart today now commands a market cap of more than 40,000 crore. That's twice the market of, or thrice the market cap of its biggest rival, Future Retail.
And so we'll tell our viewers with voices lined up on the show what to make of this big bang listing and where does the retail story with D-Mart go forward from here. We have a power-packed lineup of guests: Dharmesh Mehta, Axis Capital; S. Ramesh, CEO, Kotak Investment Banking; Ayaz Motiwala, Senior Fund Manager, Nivelis Partners; and Varun Javeliath, MD and Portfolio Manager, Equity Intelligence India. All of them join us to give you the best perspective on this issue.
But what has D-Mart actually managed to achieve? Now, we all know the listing price, the fact that it has been promoted by Radhakishan Damani and his family. An ace investor becomes an entrepreneur and he manages to achieve the impossible. And impossible is a word, because in terms of market cap or pecking order, D-Mart is now amongst one of the most valuable company in India. So Darshan, Yatin and Ajay, all of them are standing by, and they would be telling us about the valuation, about the market cap and other nuances of today's grand listing. But first, let's go to actually Karunya from a research desk, and she would tell us, in terms of valuations and why would D-Mart qualify as the very best in a long time.
Absolutely, and on the first day the company has scored a century. It opened at a premium of over 100%. It as against the issue price, which was based at 299 rupees. The stock saw an opening at 604.4 rupees. In fact, when it closed, it was at the day's high at 641.6 rupees, indicating a premium of 114% odd. In terms of valuation, the company has crossed the market cap of 40,000 crore rupees, and not only has it surpassed its competitors like Future you had mentioned, but also biggies like Idea, PNB, Marico and Bank of Baroda. And yeah, coming back to the valuations, analysts expect the FY18 profits to be somewhere between 700 to 750 crore, and it's trading and it expected to trade at 50 to 56 times PE FY19 based on the FY19 earnings estimates.
Right. Karanya, thanks for that. And the important aspect is that the bumper listing also meant that the market cap of Avenue Supermarts crossed 40,000 crore rupees, making it more valuable than a lot of old age companies listed on the bourses. Darshan Mehta joins us to tell us more about that story and really put context to it on how D-Mart on its very first day managed to make an impression. Darshan?
An issue which came at 20,000 crores is now worth almost 40,000 crores in a matter of just 1 day of listing. So on an intraday basis, D-Mart's valuation or market cap has crossed the 40,000 crore mark. It's one of the biggest stocks and story as far as India is concerned. And on the first day itself, it's found its way into the top 70 valuable companies of India. And among, if you take a look at the market cap of some of the nifty companies, the market cap of D-Mart today is much higher than 4 nifty companies. So companies like there is Bank of Baroda, there is Idea, there is Tata Power and ACC. So the market cap of these 4 companies is much lower than D-Mart at this point of time. Some of the other notable companies wherein D-Mart has actually overtaken as far as market cap is concerned include companies like Marico, UPL, Bharat Electronics, Sun TV, PNB, ACC. So a big bang listing, and the market cap clearly soaring over the 40,000 crore mark, and there seems to be no stopping as far as the price is concerned, because that seems to be moving higher. So every day that the market moves higher, the price moves higher for D-Mart, the market cap is likely to increase for the company.
But what makes the IPO so special is the promoter who has taken the business to unmatched heights. The listing of Avenue Supermarkets props up Radhakishan Damani's net worth to nearly $6 billion. Here's a look at the profile of the owner and the promoter of D-Mart, Radhakishan Damani. Mota joins us for a quick take on the man behind the D-Mart IPO, Radhakishan Damani. Well, he couldn't have asked for more.
Most of us have known Radhakishan Damani as one of the successful investors on Dalal Street, and if you look at his investment records, he has been a consistent performer. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala considers him as a stock market guru and a mentor, but Radhakishan Damani since 2000 has built a superb business called D-Mart, which is almost 40,000 crores in market capitalization post the issue listing. Of course, the issue price was 299 and the stock ended up gaining 115% odd on an intraday basis. So that is the kind of investor interest which was there in D-Mart. But if you look at Radhakishan Damani, apart from being a majority shareholder in D-Mart, he has significant interest in companies like 3M India, various companies like VST Industries, United Breweries, India Cements, Delta Corp. All of these stocks wherein Radhakishan Damani has made investments which are quite successful. He has over 5% stake in Blue Dart, which is a logistics company. In terms of value chain, a lot of things to learn from him as an investor. But post today, D-Mart is something which has created a lot of value for him. So rather than being identified as an investor, people now look upon him as a retail czar, as a person who has promoted a very successful business in terms of profitability, in terms of return ratios, having 2 years of road shows, works in the IPO. Finally, we have seen a very strong listing. Of course, he has 2 decades of experience in the investing market, but since 2000, D-Mart is something which has created immense value for a person like Radhakishan Damani, and most of the investors now look upon building businesses and creating wealth for the stakeholders and investors.
Thanks, Yatin, for that. It is noteworthy to mention that the other recent listings that make headlines or have made headlines in the recent past, if you compare this moment to their listing pops or their first day on the bourses, that will kind of put context on why this listing becomes even more special. Ajay joins us to bring us that comparison.
Tanveer, that's correct. If one were to look at the comparison, the recent successful IPO actually pale in comparison. I wouldn't shy away from saying that. 115% net gain for the IPO investor on day one has not really happened in a very long time. Look at how Sheela Foam gave 41%, 37% from Endurance. But remember, they were half or 1/4 of the money which these guys, Avenue Supermarket, has actually raised, around 1900 crore. They were 500 crore and 1150 crore. But still, 120 crore, 120% is not been made in the recent times if you compare to any last 8 or 10 IPOs. So this has clearly beat the expectations of most HNIs and retail investors who participated in this particular IPO.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.